go. Hey everybody, we're going to do an all signs what to expect for the week of June 15th. You're flip-flopped throughout the reading. I go by elements, fire, earth, air, and then to water, starting with the fixed signs, going to cardinal and then mutable. I do focus on the prominent, there we go, energy of the week that you'll need the most help with. So that could tend to be a little negative at times. So if that is not something you want to pay attention to, then, don't watch. I do that not because I'm trying to put negative energy out there. I'm trying to help people catch their triggers and catch whatever it is that is that they could react, quote unquote, better to or in a healthier way. Okay, so that is my point here. And sometimes people just need a little bit of validation to help with their healing journey. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, so let's get started. Yeah, I'll do the what to expect for the week, and then I'll also focus on the positive aspect as well, or something positive. I'm not going to make it too long because I've been sitting here recording all morning. I had personals this morning, and then I recorded all the fire and earth for tomorrow and Tuesday to post. So yeah, so I'm not going to make this too long. My back is already hurting, so I'm sorry. Oh man. Hey y'all, how are you guys? Oh, thank you. It's a dress. I got it in Mexico when I was on my cruise a couple weeks ago or a month ago. It's been a month now, yeah. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, so let's get started. Thank you though. I like it. It's fun. It's very airy. I didn't realize how high the slit was. Like it comes like all the way up, y'all. Look at that. I was like, ooh, that's spicy. So alrighty. So yeah, let's get started. Thank you. 2, 20. Okay, let's go. Leo, what is going on this week? Ah. I like this. All right, so the Page of Pentacles is in reverse here, but you also have the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, the Death card. Interesting. Let me see their side with the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Hierophant's in reverse. Why do I feel like you have two energies in your energy? Seven of Swords is in reverse. Let me see the Temperance card. The Wheel is in reverse, the Emperor, the Three of Pentacles. Let me see the Eight of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Sun, the Six of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. I feel like there's two energies here. For some of you, it could only be one, but for some of you, I'm going to just grab the two just to see. Who's this other energy I'm picking up on? That was so dramatic. What the hell? All right. Three of Swords. The Knight of Cups, the Strength is in reverse, the Page of Cups, Queen of Swords. Notice how every queen, except the Queen of Swords, is out on a table. Queen of Swords is here. So that's equivalent to Empress energy, but there's something maybe missing from the logical here or the practical. We'll have to figure that out. But anyways, on your side, She would start barking after I hit record. 1 second. Oh my goodness. Go. Come here. I'm plugged in. Dang it. Okay. All right. You're showing me that you're not reaching out to a particular situation or person or giving energy into whatever this was. I do feel like there's two different situations here. One is a commitment or was a commitment that you stopped giving to energy to. I do feel like you felt it was unhealthy, and that whoever this other energy is was not wanting to learn or heal some past issues. I feel like they were projecting quite a bit onto you here with this Three of Swords and the Knight of Cups, especially with the Strength card in reverse. It's like they weren't overcoming whatever this unhealthy aspect or issue was. Now, what's interesting here is that you're showing me this energy is that there's someone else attached here to you. I do feel like there's been some kind of investment here. If there is a commitment, it feels like very new, or you're not emotionally all in just yet. I feel like you are still overthinking things from time to time. It's like, is this going to last, or is this in a healthy way, or what have you. I feel like there's quite a bit going on here. I do also feel like this energy, it feels very interesting. I do feel like this is a very logical and very practical person, because it's like they want things to look or be in a certain way here. Usually this would show up, I don't want to say a fear of commitment because the Seven of Swords is in reverse, but I do feel like they might have a different idea of commitment, or like, say for example, they're okay with being together with somebody, but they don't necessarily want to get married. There's some kind of a difference where I don't feel like it's drastic enough to like put a complete blockage between the two of you, but it could end up creating a little bit of a wedge here at some point. I'm just curious what that is. I don't know if it's a spiritual belief that's a different cultural, or again, the idea of commitment itself. There's something here. I don't necessarily feel, like I said, it was an issue with commitment itself. It's just how it looks. And for some people that could just be like, I don't want it to be on paper. I don't want the government involved, or, whatever. Let's just do a ceremony or something like that. I have no idea. Now for the shared energy, I do feel like you chose healing and not repeating some kind of pattern here. This could have been this other connection. I feel like was very controlling. I do feel like it was very, it had the opportunity, I feel like, to be something quite beautiful, but I do feel like there was a lot of self-sabotage here. And so now it's like I'm wanting to build with a healed, someone that's healed or actively working on their healing here. I like this. I like that a lot. For the positive aspect, the Eight of Pentacles here, the Six of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Sun, I do feel like you moved away from an energy that was no longer adding to your table, so to speak. I feel like you are now focusing more so on yourself, your own self-love, your own happiness here, and building what you're wanting to build. So I like this. I like it a lot. I like how this energy, the one that is currently showing up in this, is at the 7, and at the positive is at the 8, and you've got this other pentacle to create the 8. So I like it. I like it. Kudos. Okay. You might be feeling this other energy still around you, but it feels like it's ended. And I don't know why I'm feeling like it's been a while, but it feels like it's been a while. And if it hasn't, I could be feeling something future-ish for you. Future-ish? What? And like feeling another energy coming in. So I don't know, but I try my best to focus on the time frame that I give, but I'm not that good. I'm all right, but when it comes to time frames, I'm not the best. I've had people tell me, oh, it played out like a year and a half later. They're like, you remember when, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, vaguely, and yeah. They're just like, yeah, it finally happened. I'm like, holy shit. And I've had some people tell me it happened, within 48 hours. So I'm not that good when it comes to time frames. But it always happens, whatever it is. Aries. Oops. I didn't put my sunglasses. I did not put my contacts in because I am going to take the kiddos swimming in a little bit. So yeah. Ooh, you're growing asparagus? That's fucking awesome. I don't know, like, that is nice. You have a strawberry garden? What? Oh, man. Hey, keeping the faith. Hey, everybody. Dang, everybody's all in. What's up? Oh, man. I can't look at the chat while I'm reading because then I get distracted because my ADD is just horrible. But, yeah. I'm sorry. Okay, Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. What's going on this week? All right, you're showing me the Star, the Hierophant, the King of Swords, and then the Page of Pentacles. For some reason, I kept wanting to say the Ace of Swords. Okay. For their energy, the one you're dealing with, they've got the Moon, the Seven of Cups, Four of Wands. Oh, my eye is twitching. Holy shit. Why? No. Six of Pentacles. No. For the shared energy with the Page of Swords, we've got the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords. I'm psychic. Oh my God. Ah! The Ten of Pentacles. All right, and then the positive side, let's see, the Magician. Page of Wands. It's a lot of page energy. The Lovers. The Knight of Pentacles. Aries, what the fuck? I recorded your reading earlier today, and I vaguely remember talking about it, and I should have looked it up afterwards, but I totally forgot until right this second. There's something going crazy with Mars right now. Mars is, I can't remember how to word it, but I should have looked that up after your reading. Be very careful in how you approach conflicts from now until July 10th. Okay, that's for everybody, but specifically you, Aries, because your planet is acting up right now. Please, you could be definitely tempted to fuel the fire, throw some gasoline here and there. Don't do that, okay? It looks like you're looking at and learning or trying to decide what it is you want to commit to or who to commit to. You've got the Star. This is, again, wish fulfillment, what it is you want. The Page of Pentacles is learning and deciding here. Ultimately deciding with the King of Swords, again, what you want to commit to with the Hierophant. That means there's more than one energy, usually, because you're showing me, again, what it is, who you want to commit to. That usually means you have more than one decision, but, you know, not always, but it was confirmed with this one. This one, the Moon, this is something hidden, obviously. The Seven of Cups is options in commitment. Seven of Cups, Four of Wands, and then the Six of Pentacles. And ultimately deciding, they're trying to decide what or who is brings balance best to said commitment. I would be so sketchy about this whole situation. If this is romantic. Now, if this is a job situation, you might have to, like, I don't know. I don't want to say fight for a position, but you could be outbid on something, whether it be, you know, a house or land or a job, like I said, something. I don't know, but this looks so sketchy. I don't know what the context is. Please remember that, okay? This one, the shared energy, it looks like someone's paying attention to what kind of effort they're putting into it. Almost kind of like a, well, all the eggs in this basket. This is physically, though, possibly financially, possibly sexually, physically, like I said. There's a lot of logic here with the swords, and then, of course, the kind of, I don't want to say superficial, but surface level energies here with the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Again, we're focusing on the tangible, what feels good, and not feels good emotionally, what feels good physically. Yeah. Notice how there are no cups, except the Seven of Cups, and that's not the best cups to have in this kind of a reading. Yeah. Now, for the positive side here, I do feel like you're manifesting something here. There is a particular energy I feel like one in particular connection your energy is being quite drawn to. Interestingly enough, it's got the Knight of Pentacles attached to it. So I'm curious why you're showing me action here towards one, and then the positive aspect you're showing me slow towards this one. So is this the same energy? I don't know. Let me see this other. Okay. The other energy I was going to ask about, it just popped out, the Queen of Wands. The Nine of Cups. Two of Swords. The Nine of Swords. Someone's hiding that they're in a commitment. Someone is. Someone's hiding they're in a commitment. Or they are very private about their relationship. Say, for example, you're interested in whoever this is, but you don't know that they're in a commitment. I don't even know if you're communicating with this person, to be quite honest with you. I don't know. But let's just leave that alone. Now, this energy right here, this one activates, has some kind of anxious attachment style, I'm feeling. Whenever the Nine of Cups shows up with the Two of Swords, let me rephrase. Whenever the Nine of Cups shows up by itself, this is a very emotionally fulfilled, very happy individual by themselves. Like, they're very confident, especially attached to the Queen of Wands. They're very secure. What happens when we add the Two of Swords, which is confusion, okay? That's a little bit of anxiety right there, okay? A little bit of confusion, a little bit of not so stable in this emotional, secure energy, okay? What happens when we add the Nine of Swords? That's kind of a shit show, emotionally speaking. So someone is being quite triggered here. I do feel like outwardly they look very confident in who or what, you know, they feel like within themselves, and they could very well be when they are by themselves, i.e. self-regulated, okay? They do very well self-regulated. However, you enter the mix and it then enters into anxiety, anxious attachment style here, okay? I don't know if this is the same energy as this. I don't feel like it is, in all honesty. And if this is not if this is not a romantic thing, they could have some other options that they're needing to take care of, other commitments within the home or the family here that someone is needing to take care of. That's the only other way to read this. Yeah, so there you go. Holy shit. I would be very mindful for the next month, Aries, okay? Very, very, very mindful. Sagittarius. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, man. 21. Okay. Saggy. How's everyone's weekends going? Saggy. Ace of Cups is on your side. The Six of Swords is on theirs. King of Cups is what's shared. Let's get the positive. Seven of Pentacles, the Hangman. Knight of Swords is in reverse. Nine of Wands. Okay, let me see the Ace of Cups on your side. Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Cups to the King of Cups. The Justice card. Okay, let me see the Six of Swords. Knight of Wands sideways. Two of Swords and the Hierophant. Okay. Five of Wands. The Three of Wands is in reverse. Two of Cups. Okay. You're showing me you want love and you want balance within a particular situation, but most of all, you're home. You're wanting some kind of cohesive environment, peaceful environment. You're just, whether that be with or without whoever this is that you're here for, I just want peace. I want love. I want stability. I want security. I want consistency. Like, first and foremost, that's what you're showing me. This energy is showing me that they're walking away, but with second thoughts. I do feel like they want commitment here with you, but it looks like they're checking out somehow, some way, whether it be emotionally or physically. It looks like someone is confused on whether or not to do so, is what it looks like. Now for the shared energy, even though there's a lot of love here, King of Cups to the Queen of Cups, their backs are turned, towards each other. So it's like something you're not seeing eye to eye on here with each other. There is some kind of inner conflict here in regards to timing. Somebody could be like, I want, it's like all or nothing kind of energy. Whereas someone is still trying to balance things out. It feels like this one is more wanting some kind of peace. Now that can range very drastically. This one could be, I'm going to just give an example. I'm not saying this is what's going on, so please keep that in mind. If this energy is having some kind of confusion about something and they've already tried to discuss it with you, but you take it as an attack versus trying to work through it with somebody, that's going to reflect still in the same way, the same kind of energy. I just want peace. I just want this. I just want that. This one is going to feel quite invalidated and want to move away from the situation because they don't feel like their concerns matter. Okay? So when I read these energies, I don't want you to be like, oh, see, it's all them. They're just confused. Well, I don't know. I don't know your context. I don't know what happened. I just see the snapshots of the energy, okay? I'm not diving in that deep, so I'm just giving an example, okay? Just FYI. Now, for the positive, with the Seven of Pentacles, we've got, again, the Hangman, the Knight of Swords is in reverse, and then the Nine of Wands. So this is stagnation here. This is some kind of blockage. I do feel like when it shows up in the positive, this is telling me that there's a time to stand still and assess the situation. There's something you're not seeing from a bigger picture point of view with the Hangman. There's a different perspective you're not looking at or haven't seen as of yet. Now with the Nine of Wands, you could be a little defensive about that, or there's a need to focus on this so that you can see that, okay? Now, I'm not telling you if you've already discussed it with this person and it's like talking to a wall and they're not getting it. I get that, okay? So please keep that in mind, okay? That would further emphasize this being in the positive. It's like you've already done what you could do, okay? So now you've just kind of got to stand still and let the energies pass. So please keep that in mind, all right, you guys? A lot of times people are like, they get so hyper fixated on the readings, and I'm like, I just see snapshots. I just read energies. I don't read minds. So I have to tell my kids that sometimes. Use your words. I read energy, not minds. Oh, man. It's fun. Oh, man. Hi, Mojo. How are you? Taurus. 26. 35. Okay. I'm going to switch decks. Hang on. Let's do this one. Nope, not that one. You. Okay. Ooh. Knight of Swords wanted to come out for you. Sorry. The Magician for them. The Knight of Swords showed up for you? Really? The Lovers, no offense, but you're not exactly the fastest, zodiac sign. The Lovers, maybe roles are reversed here. I'm just kidding. The Lovers is here for the connection, and then the Four of Wands for the positive aspect. Okay, let's see the Knight of Swords. Page of Swords sideways. The Empress. The Hangman. Okay. The Seven of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Swords. What the hell? You have two energies too. What is up with everybody having two energies here? Page of Cups came out in reverse. The Temperance is in reverse. Strength. And the Seven of Pentacles. What the fuck? All right, let's see the Lovers. Three of Swords is in reverse. Nice. The Emperor to the Empress. I like that. Six of Wands. Let's see the Four of Wands. The Fool, the Justice, the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, yes. Nine of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, you have a little bit going on here. Now, here, you're showing me you're wanting to take action towards a particular energy that is very meaningful to you. I do feel like you're kind of keeping an eye on them, or kind of like gathering some kind of information here for some reason. I don't know why. That sounds really weird. So I don't know if you're like trying to bide your time or see like when is the best time to approach this person or whatever, whoever this is, about whatever it is you're wanting to talk about or communicate here. Now, what's interesting is that it almost looks like you're looking at him, but then you're stopping here somehow, some way, for some reason. I don't know what it is, but there's some kind of assessing the situation. Now, here, this energy, somebody I do feel like is manifesting you here. or thinking about you in not the healthiest way, because the Nine of Swords, the Magician, and the Ace of Wands is here. And again, the Seven of Swords. So whoever this is, it feels like a past energy. I do feel like they're reminding themselves of the unhealthy aspects or the unhealthy energies that happened here within you, your dynamic, or whatever the case may be. They could be having dreams about you or something along these lines, where it's like, and even if they're not necessarily manifesting you consciously, it could be subconsciously. If you think about something long enough, that's manifesting, especially when you attach feeling to it. So I'm curious. I do feel like they had a very strong pull here, like chemistry-wise, with the Ace of Wands. It almost looks like or feels like they get upset with how much they think about you. What the fuck? So that's energy number one. For energy number two, this Page of Cups and this Temperance in reverse. This is very interesting. I don't feel like this started out will start out in a very romantic kind of way. If this is romantic for you, it almost feels like a little unconventional. I do feel like it will happen a little quickly, or has happened a little quickly here with the Temperance in reverse. What's interesting though is like it started out quickly and it's like, okay, let's slow things down here with the Strength and the Seven of Pentacles. It's it feels grounded, as ungrounded as it feels coming in. It feels like, okay, now I'm here. Let's figure this out, or let's move forward. It's what it feels like. Normally with the Strength card and these two cards in reverse, I would say somebody's wanting to pull back. But I'm not getting that with the Seven of Pentacles over the Strength. It's like, let's figure out where we can put down roots, or how to put down roots here. Now for the shared energy here with the Lovers, the Three of Swords is in reverse, the Emperor to the Empress is here, and then the Six of Wands. This is a connection here that I feel like was guided somehow, some way towards you in order to help with some type of healing. The Strength card, whenever the Strength card shows up, that means the Devil wasn't far behind. I, as a reader, tend to really focus on the Seven of Swords, and the Devil energy is, I don't want to say one and the same, but it's very similar energy. So whoever... Phoenix sounds like he is dying. He sounds like a squeaky toy that the dog like chewed too much, you know, it's like... He sounds horrible. He needs some bass in his voice, poor guy. But yeah, it looks like this energy was a past one, and this one is like somehow, some way came in to help heal. I don't feel like you got that vibe in the very beginning, to be honest with you. You could have been second guessing on whether or not that is something to stick around or stay. But I do feel like very strongly it's here to help. Just make sure you're not using someone as a band-aid to get over someone, okay? You know that saying, the best way to get over somebody is to get under someone? Don't do that here, okay? All right. But for the positive aspect, this is great. This is the Four of Wands, the Fool, the Justice, and the Ace of Pentacles. This is commitment. This is balance. These are new beginnings. This is a new chapter. It almost feels like a new book for you. It feels really, really good. Meanwhile, why is this energy still popping up? I don't know. I feel like they just think a lot about you. I don't like it when the Seven of Swords and the Magician pop up together, because it can be very manipulative. It can also be vengeful energy, almost like, well, I'll show them kind of energy, even if they're not even around you. They could have been like, well, I'll prove them wrong, or you could have said something along the lines of, like pointing out some kind of shadow aspect, like, hey, can we heal XYZ? And they're like, well, I don't have that problem. And it obviously was, but then they're like, well, I'm going to prove them that it's not. So I don't know what that was that you said or did, but something along those lines. Okay. moving on. That was very specific. Capricorn. Cappy. All right. Cappy, 35, 20. All right. All right, on your side, you've got the Ten of Cups. Their side, they've got the Lovers. The King of Wands is here for the shared energy. And then the Ace of Cups is here for your positive. You've got the Sun, the Strength. Holy. Seven of Pentacles. All right. I like that. This is focusing on what makes you happy. You could be holding back from whatever doesn't. I do feel like you're trying to invest as much as possible in healing and trying to what is this? It's almost like working on something that would allow you to let love in with the Ten of Cups and the Sun card. I really like that energy. That feels great. Again, please remember roles can be reversed. So if you know that's not you and that's somebody that's tied up to you, please be honest about that, okay? Be self-aware. For the Lovers card, we've got the Hermit, the Knight of Pentacles. The Justice card is sideways. So this energy is still working on some kind of a decision that they need to make. This is within themselves, and it's something that they could feel is more or less out of their control here with the Justice sideways. Almost like, well, within time, we'll see if things get better or if something is more balanced here. But I do feel like this is some kind of a decision that they're needing to make with... It's with something. Ace of Wands, Two of Cups, King of Cups. Let me see the King of Wands. Ace of Swords. The Empress. The Four of Cups. This is for a select few of you. Whoever this is that's making this decision, some of you, it could be a decision about another individual. If you know there's a possibility of somebody having moved on or some kind of a third party situation, there is a decision there to be made. I do feel like someone is trying their best to be open and vulnerable here with someone, and they're trying to figure out how to do that. Now, for the shared energy, there's some kind of disappointment here. I'm trying to figure out what that is. What's the disappointment one? They've been hurt before, and who hasn't? I get it, but someone's been quite hurt. And that's why they're working on this. Okay. but it feels like it's been going on for a while. So as long as they're aware of it and they're actively working on it, great. As long as they're not bleeding all over you and what you're trying to do here, great. So just keep an eye on that. If it starts to, and if it, is continuously draining, then, I mean, you have your answer there, okay? But this, it looks like someone is doing their best to level up here. So I like that. Let's see the Ace of Cups for the positive. King of Cups, which came out here for the, that's funny. For the Ace of Cups, we've got the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Temperance came out in reverse. You know how earlier I was saying somebody's trying to work on their emotional vulnerability here, and they've been doing it for a while? They could tend to teeter-totter quite a bit, whether they're working on it, 1 minute and then not so much the next. Now, this is in the positive aspect, so this could also be read in the way that they're starting to pick up the pace here a little bit, because the Temperance is usually a very tedious card. I feel like it's more like coming to your awareness, though, on whether that is the case or if it's taking, quote-unquote, too long, or if they stop completely working on this altogether. So it can be taken one of two ways, and those are it. So that's something that you'll need to be self-aware enough to pay attention to, okay? So... all right, Virgo. All right. On your side, you've got the Queen of Cups. Their side, they've got the Judgment. The shared energy is the Nine of Cups. The positive energy is the Seven of Swords. For the Queen of Cups, we've got the Fool. The Eight of Cups is in reverse. The Six of Swords. What? Ah! They've got the Judgment card, the Two of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Oh, hail. Queen of Wands is for the Nine of Cups and the shared energy. The Tower, Page of Swords. The Ten of Swords is in reverse. King of Pentacles. Oh boy. Four of Swords. The Empress is at the bottom of the deck. Virgo. You're showing me you have a lot of love to give. And it's like, all right, well, if this energy doesn't want it, I'm going to be on my way. Are you expecting this person to like chase you or something, or hoping that they do, or stop you from leaving or something along those lines? Because it kind of looks like it. It kind of looks like you're trying your best to live your life and move away from this energy. But it's like looking back, like, I hope, you know, they'll get their shit together and come after me. Like, they don't really want me to leave, right? I love you. Don't do that. Okay, please don't do that. Um, okay. This energy has a decision to make here. It does look like they have a choice between two here, and I'm not sure what that means, if that's two people, if that's their singlehood and being with you, if this is romantic, or if this, you know, whatever it is, coming towards you here and balancing things out. So it looks like they're going to be at a crossroad longer than this is going to take to be like, well, let's talk about this. So I would not test this, please, especially while they're in this energy. Don't do that. Now, for the connection, we've got attraction, we've got chemistry, we've got all of the things. I do feel like things can be a little unexpected at times here with the Tower. I don't like the Tower and the Page of Swords tied up together. It's almost like it's like throwing a grenade and then looking back at it like, did it go off yet? It's kind of like this energy. The only other way to read this would be finding out about something or someone else here, and I'm hoping that's not the case, because like I said here with this juggling card, I'm not a fan of that. And again, that could not necessarily mean, you know, another energy, like another romantic, if that's the case. It could very well just being within themselves here because of the Nine of Cups. Whenever that's attached to the Queen of Wands, this is a very confident and very, they can do life on their own kind of energy and be fine with it. So again, I would not test this theory, especially because this is in the shared energy. You're showing me that's what you're wanting to do, to show that you can do this, but I feel like they can too. So if you test that, it's like, well, now what? So no games, please. Now within the positive energy, which this is wild to me, but okay, I'm trying to figure out how to word this in a positive way. I do feel like there's some kind of letting go or getting over some kind of games or mind games here, possibly some kind of manipulation tactics. I don't like it. The in and out, the revolving door kind of deal is what I'm getting here with the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords in reverse. Whenever you take the 10 and you minus the 7, you've got a 3. There's still some kind of heartache and pain that you're needing to heal here within this dynamic, or whatever this energy brought up here for you. This is your energy here with the King of Pentacles. So I would just make sure you're healing whatever pain this brought up here for you, because otherwise you wouldn't be, you know, even saying that in the first place. Okay, so yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, Aquarius. I need to pop my neck. Hang on. I'm sorry. Aquarius, I gave a warning. 48, 95. I don't know who is texting me right now. Aquarius. Let me see the Five of Wands sideways for your energy. Four of Cups. So there's something you're disappointed in. I do feel like you were not listening to your intuition fully. I feel like your intuition was telling you something and you were kind of like second guessing it. Now, psychologically speaking, if you don't know the difference between your fear and your intuition, the voices sound the exact same. But you can feel something or, you know, what have you, and believe it's your intuition if it is your fear. So you second guess it. but then you act in a way that comes true. That's called a self-fulfilling prophecy. So make sure you know the difference between your fear and your intuition, okay? Because it's showing me here, you're disappointed in not listening here and almost kicking yourself, like it's like I knew that was going to happen. And I don't know which one that is, if that's self-fulfilling or if that was your intuition, because as of right now, I don't have the High Priestess here, okay? It's just saying you have inner conflict about something and then being disappointed, not seeing something coming, and like, boom, Tower, okay? We've got, again, the Five of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Moon, and the Tower. Not the best combo, okay? This is something you knew intuitively, I feel like, but it could very well just be fear. I don't know. For the Ten of Pentacles, we've got the Ace of Swords, the Two of Wands. The Fool came out in reverse. Okay. So whoever this is tied up to is at some kind of a crossroad. I do feel like they're procrastinating a little bit, it feels like. Between the Ace of Swords, they know what they need to do, but with the Fool in reverse, it's like, I'm not doing it yet. So it kind of feels like they're procrastinating in the name of some kind of stability. I don't know what this is, something that they've maybe worked for that they're not yet ready to give up, or they don't know if they want to give it up just yet. But there's something that they have worked for, you know, here, but they're a little nervous about being able to take it with them. I don't know what that means, okay? Please remember, I don't know your context. For the Page of Cups and the shared energy, we've got the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Lovers. Ooh. Why? Let's see what that is. For the Lovers, we've got the Temperance, the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Cups. Okay. What I was hoping did not come out. If this is a romantic thing and someone lied and said they were, you know, single, or they were separated, or they're gonna leave their person, or, you know, whatever the case may be, I think they're full of shit. Oh boy. And I feel like you intuitively knew something wasn't right. Now it's coming out. Now, with the shared energy, I do feel like there was some kind of a offer or promise here for some kind of a new beginning. And I do feel like there's going to be quite a bit of pain here with this Ten of Swords due to somebody making a decision here to not follow through. Again, I asked what the Lovers is, and it's saying blockage over healing, more time, again, procrastination, and it's over options here. So let me see, why is the Five of Cups sideways in the hidden, or in the positive? The Three of Cups. Page of Pentacles. The King of Cups. I would be careful with whoever this is. It looks like you know that saying, you dodged a bullet? I've said this before. I don't remember when or whatever, but I don't necessarily like that saying. Sometimes, yeah, you dodge the bullet, but sometimes the bullet hits you. You're like, you're ridiculed with all of the bullets, and you're just like, no, I'm left in pieces, actually, and I'm over here trying to, you know, pick myself up. Again, this is in the positive, so I do feel like you're seeing someone's true colors for what they are. I feel like you're supposed to, I know this is going to suck saying it, but kind of embrace this. Because I would have liked to have seen this in the reverse because it's almost like being an acceptance of it, but sideways, I feel like you're going to have a little bit of a rough time. Not so much depressed this way, but I feel like there's going to be more acceptance days versus the depressing ones. So that usually indicates that this has been going on for a little while, okay? Now, if it's not a romantic thing, where someone has, someone else or something else, it could be choosing family, or a job, maybe a different location or something. It doesn't always have to be another third, like another romantic interest, okay? Please remember that. All right, Libra. What happened? I missed it. Libra. I'm not getting that right now, so I'm switching decks again. Oh my God. Get it together. Nine of Wands came out in reverse for you. Seven of Swords for them. The Sun card for the shared, Sun is in reverse for the shared energy. Positive is the Knight of Wands sideways. What? Let's see the Nine of Wands. Ten of Pentacles, Four of Wands, the Chariot. Okay, so there's some kind of blockage or delay being cleared here in regards to something, some kind of commitment here. It could be work, home life, something here. It's almost like guard is dropped, like the door's open, come on in. I don't know what that is, but it does look like something you're wanting commitment with or something to pursue here. For the Seven of Swords, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Six of Cups. You know that door I was talking about being open? It's open, but not in the healthiest way. You see how you have the Ten of Pentacles here and then the Seven of Pentacles here? It's almost like going back into this, I'm gonna just say it a room because I don't know what else to call it. Going back into this room is holding you back because it's like taking 5 steps forward and then 2 steps back. Literally, you're taking 10 steps here and then you're going back 3 steps here to the 7. Very interesting how this comes out. You have 7, 7, and then 6, 6. So you could be seeing some kind of synchronicities here revolving around this situation, whatever it is to you. But I do feel like they feel some kind of, I don't like it when the Six of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Seven of Swords are together. It almost looks like a notch in someone's belt, so to speak, like they conquered you. The Six of Wands is a very conquering, very successful, like I overcame this, I obtained that, I got this, I got that. When it's tied to a soul connection, what the fuck? And then the liar, cheater, thief card? No. I don't know who this is to you, but I don't like it. So please be careful with whatever this energy is. Unfortunately, I feel like, not unfortunately, I feel like you see the absolute best in what this could be. But remember, projection of something, even if it's a good projection, it's still projection. So seeing the potential of someone, that's a projection, okay? Still, even though good intentions and whatnot, it's still projection, okay? Let me see the Sun in reverse. The Hermit is more reversed than upright. The Eight of Wands, the Three of Wands. So somebody, possibly both of you, were waiting for someone to become emotionally open and vulnerable and to actually communicate here openly. someone was hoping for this for a very long time. I don't think that happened or is going to happen with the sun in reverse. There could be a personality difference. There could be, somebody could be neurodivergent. I don't like throwing the word narcissist around because we all have narcissistic traits. If someone has if they're a little neurospicy, if they're neurodivergent, you could communicate all day with them, but if they don't understand you, they don't understand you. So they could feel like you've never really opened up in the way that they, wanted you to. Why? Because they didn't understand however it is you worded it. Make sure, and a lot of people say this, communication is key. That's not the key. Understanding is key. You have to be able to communicate in the other person's language. You can communicate all day however you would understand it, but you're wanting to be understood by another person. Otherwise, you want to be communicating with them. So make sure you're communicating in a way that they understand. It's almost like when you communicate with a child, you need to be able to come down to their level and communicate with them. If this is, obviously it's another person, so make sure you're, communicating with whoever this is. Now, if they aren't returning that, if they're pinning it all on you, then that's a completely other story, but we can't be focusing on the other person. We're focusing on you right now. So make sure that's what's going on here, okay? Now, again, roles can be reversed, so just be self-aware enough to know that, okay? Let me see the Knight of Wands sideways. We've got the Wheel, the Emperor, the Eight of Cups. There's leaving behind a situation, possibly this one. I'm hoping that this one is not, coming in just to leave again. It's like opening the door just to shut it again. Usually the Seven of Swords, they leave that door ajar because they're expecting some kind of comeback or wanting to come back in. It does look like some kind of chemistry, or again, if this is a romantic thing, it looks like the possibility of starting something new, sexually. I'll just say it. I was trying to figure out a different way to say it because it's not always romantic, and it's kind of weird to hear that if you're listening about a job situation or a family situation, and then you're like, okay, House Lannister. So, it gets weird. But if this is a romantic thing, it could almost be like somebody trying to pop back in to see if this energy would start back up. But somebody's trying to walk away from repeating this type of cycle here. So, okay. Oh my God. All right, Gemini. Oh, hi, Christy. It happens, man. Sometimes we do some crazy shit. I get it. I do dumb shit too. It's fine. Everything's fine. Y'all seen the meme where the dog's like reading the paper and has his cup of coffee and it's like, everything's fine. I'm fine. It's fine. That'd be me. Oh man. So yeah, I'm never on here like, talking shit or judging or anything like that. That's not my place at all by any means. I just work here. I just read the cards. That's it. Oh man. All right, Gemini. You've got the Eight of Cups, they've got the Wheel, the Temperance is here for the shared energy, the King of Swords is in reverse for the positive. Okay, let's see the Eight of Cups. The Death card, the Hermit, the Knight of Wands. What is happening this week, y'all? What the hell? You're seeing an ending here for a situation. I do feel like you're walking away from it. Not only walking away from it, it kind of looks like you're running away from it. You look like you're wanting some isolation or some time alone here with this Hermit. Some time to kind of reflect on what it is that you truly want and go after whatever that is that you want. Now, for the wheel on their side, they've got the Four of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the World. Oh my goodness. Well, they are extremely disappointed. It looks like very much hurt over the closure of this cycle. They were hoping for some kind of new beginning, but it looks like it's... I would be a little leery of trying to restart this, but like more of a surface level, like for example, you end a commitment, but you want to continue being intimate with somebody. It's not how this works. Okay, so be careful. Now, if that's not the case, it could just very well be, I don't know, going after something else that you want. For the Temperance card, we've got the Three of Swords. This is in the shared energy. Temperance, Three of Swords, Eight of Wands, Five of Swords. So we have conflict over how to heal, or what to heal even. That's interesting. Oh boy. I would... There could be communication or an argument or a fight about how much, you know, this person feels hurt, or how you hurt them, how they hurt you, etc. Like back and forth. I don't feel like the way that who was it I was just talking about communication? Was that Libra? If you didn't listen to Libra, listen to Libra, the end of it. The communication aspect, okay? Because I don't want to repeat it. I'm making this video hella long. Pay attention to that, okay? Now, I would just be very, very mindful of how you communicate here, because I feel very strongly you want to be understood. You want your point to, you know, be taken here. But again, listen to that Libra reading, please. And you've got to understand, you both do. You both have your own journey. This could have been something that needed to close out in an organic way. Like, you know, that saying, it's kind of cliche where it's like people come together, you know, sometimes it's for a season. It looks like this needed to end in a way that was kind of organic a little while ago, but it didn't. Somebody tried to drag it out in order to force someone in a position that they no longer fit. Yeah. Let's see the King of Swords in reverse, the Hierophant, the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Cups. That's positive. I'm not doing this positive shit anymore. My job is to point out the red flags. Oh my goodness. I'm just kidding. It's like challenging because it's a very, you could view this as a necessary quote unquote evil, or a necessary cutout of what it was that you were committed to. Having some kind of blockage towards this would open you up to new love. I would just make sure that you're healing, because if not, what you're doing is sweeping everything under the rug, and hopefully, you know, one day you'll address it later. Be careful of this, because I feel like you view this as a positive thing, which it could very well be, don't get me wrong. All I'm saying is make sure that you're healing whatever this is, because there is a lot of healing that does need to be done here. But you're showing me you're kind of taken off here to the next one with the Knight of Wands. So just be careful. And again, I don't know how long you've been going through this. I mean, you could have dealt with this years ago, and now you're like, no, that's good for me because I've been processing it. Okay, great. But what the fuck? I just don't know why that would be there in the shared. So that would have been more like in their energy, and then the other one would have showed up, you know, in the shared. I don't know. I just work here. So I hope that made sense. Anyways. Okay. Oh my God. My new nickname, Sunshine. That's great. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Oh man. I'm trying. My whole thing is like if people pay attention to the red flags, you have like a better opportunity to create something happy and healthy. So whenever I'm pointing it out, it's not because I'm trying to be cynical, I promise. I'm not, it's like, okay, let's deal with this. Like let's figure this out. Let's work together. Let's, you know what I mean? And a lot of times people don't like doing that. And if you don't deal with the ugly, then it's going to, you know, eventually rear its head at some point and it's going to create a shit show. So I try to prevent the tower moments here whenever I point out the red flags. Okay, I promise. That's what I'm trying to do. It doesn't always seem like that, but I promise that's my goal. Oh man. All right, Scorpio. Bye, Mojo. All right. No, dang it. Do I get it? Oh. I don't want to get up and get it. Okay. Six of Cups. Sideways. All right, so you got the Magician sideways. They've got the Six of Cups sideways. The Nine of Cups is in reverse for the shared connection. Ace of Cups is here for the positive. Okay. We've got the Eight of Swords, the Lovers, and the Eight of Cups here for you. Woohoo. You're in your head on whether or not to leave a particular situation, possibly having the choice between two here, but nonetheless, you are making a decision here on whether or not to stay connected to someone or not. Now, for the Magician being sideways, there could be some concern here about manipulation, especially attached to the Eight of Swords. So yeah, for the Six of Cups sideways, we've got the Two of Pentacles. The Strength card. The Knight of Wands. This is an energy that has a hard time overcoming their demons, so to speak, or healing. Here with the Strength card coming out a little wonky and the Two of Pentacles. They're very fiery, whoever this is. It's very passionate, let me put it that way. Now, with the Six of Cups sideways, that's not necessarily the best. If the Six of Cups had come out upright, I would say there are some positive, more positive than negative thoughts or reminiscing here. But when it's sideways, there's a lot of past trauma. I feel like that's coming up. Whether or not it's within this dynamic or even previous ones that, you know, the baggage was, you know, kind of brought into this connection, I feel like they've had a hard time balancing things out so that they're not projecting onto you, or vice versa, okay? You could have been doing that to this person, or they feel like that. So let me see the Nine of Cups in reverse for the shared. Hierophant, Six of Swords, Five of Cups. Yeah, I feel like the energy is felt here. Someone knows that you are contemplating this, or you know that this person is, somebody is, heavily. And it's almost like anticipating it here with the Five of Cups, like anticipating the loss. For the Ace of Cups, we've got the Chariot, the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, but the King and Queen of Wands have their backs to each other. This is in the positive. Why are you thinking of leaving then? What the fuck? Did this one fall? No. No. How bad is this projection? Six of Swords. Enough to leave. Okay. Whoever's doing the projecting, if this is a big if, whoever's doing that can stop and analyze and actually heal this, whatever's there it is they're projecting. This could actually be something quite beautiful. This is very, this again, this is in the positive. This is Ace of Cups, new love, the Chariot. This is forward movement. This is passion. This is chemistry. This is everything. This is a lot, especially attached. Someone's having a hard time leaving behind something else or someone else, or it's an idea here. Could even be their mind getting in the way. And like I said, that unhealed baggage that keeps essentially following them around, and they're allowing it to sabotage relationship after relationship. So, yeah. Okay. Oh boy. All right, I'm not getting that card, so I have to switch decks again. All right, Cancer. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, man. Okay. Cancer, you're showing me the Nine of Swords. They're showing me the Star. Five of Pentacles is in the shared energy. That's positive. Queen of Cups for the positive. Okay. Let me see the Nine of Swords. The Three of Cups. The Nine of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. Someone is overthinking about this coming together, coming back together with, I almost said with you. I was almost wording it in the way that it's roles are reversed, so maybe that's the case for you, but whatever. I'll go back. So you, it's showing me you are overthinking possibly on whether or not to allow this to come together or back together. I do feel like your guard is up, emotionally speaking, regardless here, because you're trying to focus on your stability, the consistency of whatever stability that you're needing at this time. This could be working on your home, your house, work itself, finances, building your savings, paying off debt, whatever the case may be. There's some kind of heavy emphasis on your Eight of Pentacles here. I do feel like you're not allowing someone in fully for some reason. Now for the Star card on their side, they're showing me the Three of Wands, the Emperor, the Three of Swords. This is an energy that I don't know if this was with you or someone else. It looks like something that they, or someone that they truly wanted, desired, like with their whole heart here. It does look like some time ago. That's why I'm not sure if this is with you or, you know, someone else, or I don't know. But the Three of Wands is here, like I said. So something that happened some time ago. The Emperor is here. So someone was hurt drastically with whoever they truly wanted. That's funny because I was wording it like they were emotionally guarded. Am I just picking up twice on how they feel? I don't know. Let me see the Five of Pentacles in the shared. Page of Cups is in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles is upright. Five of Swords. This person has a hard time putting themselves first. Now, I don't know if this person, you know, is a parent or has, you know, 1,000,001 responsibilities, but they have a very hard time prioritizing themselves here. Now, again, flip the roles. This could be you. Cancers are usually very doting, very giving individuals. And if they're, you know, constantly giving and doing everything else for everyone else, then they're not able to give themselves what they need at that time. So make sure that you are both resting when need be and, you know, taking care of yourselves here. So there's something here about this. For the Queen of Cups, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. It's the Seven of Swords in reverse. I'm not getting up. Oh my goodness. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords in reverse, the Four of Swords. This is, I like this. This is overcoming the unhealthy aspects, you know, through love, through finances as well, and through healing. I love the positive message in this, so I like this. But I would be very, just make sure that y'all are taking care of yourselves and taking time to rest here, because I feel like that's very, why did I see the Four of Swords? Oh, right there. I was like, for some reason I was seeing that as the Four of Swords, not the Five of Swords. Just kidding. This could be a bad habit you guys have, both of you, especially with the Seven of Swords in reverse like that. Both something you're both needing to work on. So make sure you're doing that. Okay. Pisces. The last one. I have to switch my decks again. My God. All of the cards. You should see my floor. It looks like... looks ridiculous. Okay. I really hope that's an airplane and not thunder, because it is. Okay. Oh, man. I was about to be really upset. No, we're going to the river. Okay. Pisces. Pisces. This Seven of Swords has been very prominent in today's readings. You've got the Seven of Swords sideways. They've got the Two of Swords. The Knight of Wands is here for the shared energy. The King of Cups is here for the positive. Emperor, Death, the Devil. Ah! What the hell? Pisces, what the fuck? Well, this looks like you're trying to leave a situation, but not really. The Seven of Swords always leaves with the Five of Swords because that's all they can carry, and then they come back for the last two. It almost looks like, because it didn't come out in reverse where you're like, no, I really am done with this, okay? And for that to have happened, this would have had to come out like this. Okay, so I don't believe you. You could be believing you, and that's fine. I get it, but no. So I would be very mindful of however you're approaching the situation, because it looks like you're telling yourself you're done with the situation and you're taking charge. You're just cutting this off, but you're not. Not with the Seven of Swords and the Devil there. Yeah, the lies. I don't know who this is or what this is, but oh Lord. Let me see the two. Oh boy. For the Two of Swords, we've got the Three of Swords. We have confusion, heartbreak, fear of emotional manipulation, and then freezing, kind of like not taking any kind of action here. This person could have not expressed how they felt emotionally speaking. They could have been a little bit of an avoidant, or hopefully not manipulative here. And that's why you're, you know, quote unquote done. I don't know. But there's a lot of confusion and a lot of pain here. But this person's not taking action at this time. For the Knight of Wands, we've got the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Five of Swords. Yeah. These are two very fast acting knights. A little irrational. I'm trying to turn off my phone. 1 second. I don't know how to turn off my phone, apparently. Hopefully that's not important. Nobody ever calls me like that. No one ever calls me back to back like that. It could be important. I don't know. We'll see. These are two very fast acting cards. I don't like that when it's attached to the Five of Swords. When it's attached to the Five of Swords, somebody could be a little irrational, starting fights, arguments, whatever, all in the quote-unquote name of love. So, for example, if someone is being triggered and they're reacting in a negative way, they're like, oh, it's because I love you. No. Okay. So, but that is in the shared energy. You've got the devil. They've got the, like, I can see it being in the shared energy. So you guys could possibly just be triggering the fuck out of each other. For the King of Cups, we've got the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Temperance, the Five of Pentacles. So someone feels like they're out of options here. Again, that's supposed to be in the positive. So maybe somebody is needing to be on their own for a little bit in order to heal whatever these abandonment wounds are. Because that's kind of what it looks like. Okay. That was very long. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to go take my kids to the river. We're going to go swimming, hopefully, before it rains again. And yeah, we'll be out of here. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and a good weekend. Or good week, I should say. Bye. Bye. Thank you, guys.